Hideki Tojo was a key political and military figure in Imperial Japan during the tumultuous period leading up to and during World War II. Born on December 30, 1884, in Tokyo, Tojo rose to prominence as a military leader and eventually became the Prime Minister of Japan. His actions and decisions played a crucial role in shaping the course of Japan's involvement in the war and its relations with other nations. Tojo's military career began in the Imperial Japanese Army, where he demonstrated exceptional leadership skills. He rose through the ranks, and by the 1930s, he held significant positions within the Army's high command. Tojo's military philosophy was deeply influenced by the prevailing ultranationalist sentiment in Japan, which sought to establish the country as a dominant power in Asia. In 1941, Tojo became the Prime Minister of Japan at a critical juncture in world history. The global geopolitical landscape was already tense, with Japan seeking to expand its influence in Asia through imperialistic ambitions. Tojo, a staunch supporter of military aggression, played a pivotal role in pushing Japan towards a more assertive and expansionist stance. One of the defining moments of Tojo's tenure as Prime Minister was the attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941. This surprise military strike by the Imperial Japanese Navy against the United States marked Japan's entry into World War II. Tojo, who held both the position of Prime Minister and Minister of War concurrently, was a driving force behind this decision. The attack aimed to cripple the U.S. Pacific Fleet and secure Japan's dominance in the Pacific region. Under Tojo's leadership, Japan expanded its territorial conquests in Southeast Asia and the Pacific, including the occupation of territories like Singapore, the Philippines, and Burma. The Japanese military, guided by Tojo's aggressive policies, engaged in brutal campaigns marked by atrocities, including the infamous Nanjing Massacre in 1937. Tojo's role in shaping Japan's wartime policies extended beyond military strategy. He played a key role in the establishment of the Greater East Asia Co-Prosperity Sphere, an ideological concept that aimed to create a self-sufficient bloc of Asian nations under Japanese hegemony. However, in reality, this initiative was marked by exploitation and subjugation of other Asian nations by Imperial Japan. As the war progressed and Japan faced mounting difficulties, Tojo's popularity declined. Military setbacks and the increasing toll of the war on the Japanese people led to growing discontent. Tojo's authoritarian style of governance and his commitment to continuing the war, even in the face of unfavorable circumstances, contributed to his eventual downfall. In July 1944, facing military defeats and internal opposition, Tojo resigned as Prime Minister. His resignation, however, did not absolve him of responsibility for Japan's wartime actions. After Japan's surrender in 1945, Tojo was arrested by Allied forces and faced trial for war crimes. The International Military Tribunal for the Far East, commonly known as the Tokyo Trials, charged Tojo with war crimes, crimes against peace, and crimes against humanity. The trial aimed to hold individuals accountable for Japan's actions during the war. Tojo, along with other high-ranking officials, was accused of authorizing and endorsing widespread atrocities, including the use of forced labor, torture, and biological warfare experiments. Tojo accepted responsibility for his role in Japan's wartime policies during the trial, but maintained that he acted out of duty to his country. In 1948, he was found guilty on multiple counts and sentenced to death. On December 23, 1948, Tojo was executed by hanging. Hideki Tojo's legacy is one of a military and political leader whose decisions and actions had profound and far-reaching consequences. His aggressive policies and pursuit of imperialistic ambitions contributed to the suffering and loss of life during World War II. The Tokyo Trials served as a mechanism for accountability, addressing the actions of individuals who played instrumental roles in Japan's wartime aggression. Tojo's life and legacy continue to be subjects of historical examination, reflecting the complexities of wartime leadership and the consequences of unchecked militarism.